Alright, let's go over this lesson on food chains together. As you can see, it has a nice illustration to start, and as we move forward, it already has the objectives and the standards and core content for you already there. That's wonderful, and it says it's for grades 4 to 5, 4th grade to 5th grade. That's our intended audience, but I think you could probably squeeze 3rd grade in there. These activities seem like they would work well for that grade as well. As you move forward, the next slide here has some teacher's notes about how to use the lesson actually. Oops, we went forward one too many. Let's go back. There we go. As you can see, there are back buttons throughout the lesson that you can use to move backward, and if you are ready to go forward, you think the students have it, we can use this concept check hand as we go through the lesson. So let's check out the next screen. We already got a preview. And on this you see, what is a food chain? Students can come here and erase the pond, and I know they will have a great time doing this. They can take turns doing it, or if you have a student of the day, he could come up and do it, and students can kind of guess at what is going to be underneath as you go through. And then on the next page, there's already an example of a food chain here, and you'll see these orange boxes that students can click on to get more information. And again, you see the concept hand that you could move forward if you are ready. But let's go and explore some of these boxes on producers, for instance. And we'll see that plants are called producers. It has a nice illustration here for students, and it explains why. Why are they producers? How are they producers? How do they do that? And it's called photosynthesis, and we see we can click down here for more information on that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. This is to an audio that we can play for our students. And if you click play here, and I need to
the ultimate source of energy for life on Earth is the sun.
And you can see students will love listening to this and viewing the animations as they go through, and it gives you an opportunity to use a different form of technology here. Students can enjoy this. When we're finished, we'll just push the back button. And we're back to our original page here with the orange boxes. We'll go on to the next one, consumers. And again, it says animals are called consumers. Why are they consumers? And there are 3 groups. We'll see the names of each of those groups here, and it says at the bottom you can say it out loud and drag the blue text to reveal the reveal box. And what we would have students do is they could take turns moving these over to this reveal box and saying aloud, herbivores. They should say it all as a group. I think that'd be great. And we see examples here, a cow for herbivores, a lion for carnivores, and then a person for omnivores, if I can get it to move over. And another way you could use this then is to generate discussion. Students could then brainstorm other types of examples of herbivores, other examples of carnivores and omnivores, and students would love interacting with one another. You could really get a good discussion going. And then when you're finished, just hit the back button again. And lastly, we have the decomposers here. And there's a nice explanation and illustration here again, and when you're finished you just click the back button. So now we've covered our concepts. We can go ahead and move forward with the concept check to see if students are understanding what we're talking about. And there's a game here, so students can do this one, houseplant. That would be an example of a producer. So they would click on the producer button, and there's a nice animation to go along with it, so students can check that out. And we would go down to the next arrow. and we see fungi, and we can move on to decomposer. For example, if they got it wrong, it would display a red X to show, no, that's not the right thing, and then you can go on to the correct answer. And we'd click next. A human, of course, a consumer. And students could do this individually. You could have the students do a thumbs up for the correct answer or what they believe to be the correct answer, and then have a student of the day, or you yourself could go ahead and click in the answers for the students. We'll click the next button here. Mold. And students would just have fun going through the lesson. This is a great summative assessment for teachers to do with the students. And I love the animations that go along with it. Students will love all of the many animations. And it kind of keeps you guessing. You don't necessarily know. I know that I have to think about a couple of them, and students would enjoy trying to figure them out as well. Alright, so you get the idea here. These are examples, and it tells you exactly how many mistakes you made. You can play it again if other students want to take a turn, and actually when you choose to play again, it would take you back and actually have some other slides that we haven't done yet. If you need more help, you can click on these words, producer, consumers, decomposers page, and it takes you to a link online that would give more information about these topics. You can play again until you get 100%. Let's take a look at some of these other slides here. There's a consumers game that students can participate, and this is one that the teacher can actually add his or her own pictures to the boxes. So you would take pictures of you could take pictures of animals and place them in boxes, or of plants, or whatever you want to represent on there, and students can sort them into the correct category by moving the box simply up to the column that they want to add it to. And the nice thing about this is that you could do the first lesson, the main portion of the lesson, on, say, Monday, and then Tuesday you could come back and review those concepts by using this sort game with the students. And as we move forward, if it will go forward, there's actually even another game. So you can do a Monday game, a Tuesday game, and a Wednesday game to reinforce the concepts that we've already learned. In this one, the students move these items to the boxes. If they get it correct, it will stay. If they get it incorrect, it will go away. So we'll take a look here. And so you would move all these fish to their corresponding boxes. And what I'm trying to show you here is, if it will let me, anyway, there's a nice animation that goes along with these too at the end of the lesson. So if students get it correct, they see an animation. If they get it incorrect, then it just springs the fish back to where they came from. And let's move forward. At the end of the lesson, there's an appendix, so you have your resources there that you can refer back to and get more information from. And then the rest of the slides show you exactly what we've already seen. These are examples of the pages that we did. So this is a great lesson that students would be interacting. They could work as groups or individuals. It's a great summative assessment for teachers to use to see if students are getting their concepts down fine. And it's a great lesson that you can do for review. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this lesson.